Exporting. Right, I'm kind of happy the way that looks at this point in time. I know it's very basic, but I want to export it so I can send it to everyone to say, wow, look how awesome I am at animating in Blender. But the issue is, if I click on the camera, that's the angle it kind of shows, which isn't quite what I was looking for, especially the fact that it doesn't really start where I want it to. So now I've got the angle, because I kind of moved around into this angle because this is the way I wanted to look at it. So I was kind of happy of it being like that. I can then go up to view, align view, and align active camera to view. So basically what that means is then the camera is actually at the angle I want it to be. And in fact, I like the way it's coming in and looking like that at that point. In fact, I'm going to stop it playing because it's going to start doing our editing. Now, in terms of rendering, like when we did Unit 17 and we did like graphics 3D model renders, you could just go to render, click on render image. And as you might notice, it says render animation. Problem is, if you just click render animation, it will render as an image. So we do need to come across and have a look at the well, render engine is something we need to look at as well. Eevee is a good one. Cycles, lots and lots of detail. So, but the file and it takes a lot longer to render, but the file can be a lot longer, but a lot bigger, I should say. So, something you guys can have a look at yourselves. But what I'm looking at is the output, and I'm just going to scroll down to where it says where it's going to go first of all. Because I actually want it to be on my desktop because I can never find that temporary folder. It takes me a while to find it anyway, so I'm setting it to desktop. I don't want it to be a PNG. I want it to be. Let's try that one because as I hover over it, it says, "Look, the most versatile way to output video file." So FFmpeg video, and I think that's what I need to do there. But when I go to render animation, and as I said, I've got it set as Eevee, which is a standard one. You can do it as cycles if you want. If you're looking at this at this stage and thinking that's a little bit too close, you can quite literally just scroll back and change the align view to that particular angle there if it's too full in your screen. But I don't know why I'm dragging my feet there. So I just basically want to say render animation, and I'm hoping this won't take forever, but you'll see it's done the first 5 frames, 9 frames, 10 frames, and it's doing this down here per frame. Now, the more complicated your animation is, the longer it will take for these things to happen. But eventually, we'll get up to frame number 140, and I'll pause in a moment, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Done. It didn't take too long in the end. It took about maybe 2, 3 minutes to actually get that done. So I can close that down, can minimize this. On my desktop, I've got this. It's a bit of a weird file name, so I think it's just basically saying it's from frame 1 to frame 114. And if I double click on it, I've got a video then of my goat sliding in and turning and looking at the camera. And I can repeat that around if I wanted to watch it over and over. Right, next video, we're going to look at how to make an object follow a trajectory or follow a path.